this is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is Thursday, January the 15th, 2026, and I'm going to speak about a missing person, and she already has been missing for over a month. So this is very sad, you guys, and it really it kind of like it touches me very personal because, as you guys know, maybe you didn't know, my mom suffered from Alzheimer's. So right now I'm gonna talk to you guys about a missing woman that also is suffering from Alzheimer's, and she has been missing for over a month, like I said. So it's very sad, you guys. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been listening and watching using Spotify. I also want to apologize for the past couple episodes. The video quality has been very bad. Trust me, I tried to fix it, and I just discovered I was using the camera in the different mode, so that's why the colors are very off in my previous episodes, video episodes that came through Spotify. So I want to apologize for that. Should be fine now, and I want to thank you guys for listening and following the podcast on Spotify. It helps me as a creator. You can just follow it. Every time I make a new episode, you get a notification. Also leave a comment, and if you want to know more about me and what it is that I do with JulissaDesigns, the brand, you can just visit my website, JulissaDesigns.com. And I also want to thank everybody who's listening using iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. Like I said in my previous episode, thank you guys so much for listening and following the podcast. I see the numbers. It really helps me as a creator. So always share the podcast, leave a comment. It helps me. Also, in case you didn't know, I do have a Facebook page for the podcast only, not with the Julissa Designs brand, and it's called Julissa Designs Content. And there it's a Facebook page, so you can just follow it and leave a comment there too. So like I said, you guys, one of my biggest fear when my mom was struggling with Alzheimer's, and she was able to to still be healthy enough to walk, and it's just her memory was basically gone. One of our biggest fears as a family was that one day she might just wander off, and we could have been sleeping in the house, not hear her leave, and she will wander off and not know where she's at, right? And I think if you, dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia is very scary. It's a very scary disease because it doesn't just affect the patient; it affects everybody who is around that patient, right? And you cannot change everything that you do. You change, especially in the early stages, everything becomes scheduled. Everybody has to be she can never be alone anymore, or he, like if he's your dad, they can never be alone. They always have to be with a companion, and it has to be scheduled, right? So everybody kind of like works in together, especially in the early stages, or in the stages where they're still able to walk, right? And so many people are struggling with this disease right now, and it's just so sad to see how many elders are struggling with it, right? A lot of them, they have a very healthy body, but then their mind is gone, right? And I think a lot of them also, if they were independent, right, for a period of time of their life, they missed us, right? And they will question, why is there always somebody here? Like my mom would say, why there's always somebody in the house? She would say that to me. I'm like, oh, just visitors. I will be like, they just want to spend time with you. This is in the early stages, and it was done for us as a family for precaution. Obviously, we didn't want, like I said, our fear was for her to wander off and we're not knowing where she is, especially the language too. She doesn't even she didn't speak English. So right now, like I said, there is a woman with Alzheimer's, 79 years old, okay, and she has been missing since, let me just read to you guys, okay. And I'm gonna put her photo here so that you guys can see if you're in the area. If you're, if you travel a lot from the tri-state area to New York City, you take the train, you see somebody, just wandering off or just sitting in the corner. The family doesn't know anything right now, right? And that's why they're bringing out this awareness, putting out a press conference, and still searching for their missing loved one. The Great Neck community has been searching for 79-year-old woman with Alzheimer's who has been missing since December 16. That's a long time, you guys. Like right before Christmas she went missing and still has not been found. And in her name, and I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name, her name is Shua Hua Xu, who was reported missing by her family. They had posted on Facebook that she was last seen near the Temple of Israel of Great Neck, and have called on people in the area to assist in the search. Nassau County Police say that Sue is an Asian woman who is 5 feet tall, weighs 95 pounds, and has brown eyes and gray and black hair. She was last seen wearing a red jacket, dark pants, and shoes. So, red jacket and dark pants, okay? Her son, it says here, Kian, her son posted that her suspected route on Facebook, she was traveling through the Great Neck Peninsula. And his wife said they posted videos and photos of her in the Great Neck location. And there's a photo of her walking through the residential neighborhood. So they were able to take, I guess, surveillance photo of her walking through the neighborhoods. They posted an update on December 22nd thanking those who have helped in the search, but that she has yet to be found. Okay, and they're asking for any information about her whereabouts to contact the Missing Persons Squad, and this is their phone number, 516-573-7347. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna put a picture of her. I mean, you know, it's a very long time. And a lot of people, I mean, most of the people, right, that have Alzheimer's or dealing with dementia, they are on medication and they need to take that medication, right? And it's been so long. And I'm trying to see, like, I just read this, like I said, this article early today, and I was like, oh wow. And then I didn't realize she was missing since December 16, and still no, she has yet to be found. And you know, I'm making this video to create awareness, okay? Like I said, when I heard this, I was like, you know, I immediately connect with it because of what my mom went through. It's a very scary thing, right? You know, because it goes from like, oh no, you know, mom is good, she's at home doing her craft and things like that, and then the disease comes in, right? And you can no longer just go to work, right? And then now you have to be okay, so who's gonna stay with her, and where is she at, like, and calling constantly, like, or she will call you constantly and making sure that she's not leaving by herself anywhere, she's not going anywhere. And you know, in this working society right now, it's very hard for a family to maintain a schedule of, you know, now we gotta be there with, you know, our elder, right, all the time, because everybody has to go to work, right, or go to school. So I'm sure it must have been very hard for them to I'm trying to see if I can get more information about her. Like I said, I'm putting her photo. You know, I'm not finding any information whether or not she speaks the language English. Okay, so here's more information from the family. They say she walked off a few times, but we have been lucky, said her son. I think time is not on our side, but we are not giving up on hope on our search, and we're going to continue until we find her. The family is growing increasingly concerned as time passes, but they remain hopeful. She's resourceful and hopefully she will find a shelter. He told the news. So family members have distributed flyers to delivery drivers, postal workers, and neighbors in the area asking for residents to check sheds. It's so sad because it's so sad to even say that. It's so crazy because it's so cold outside right now, and they're saying to check sheds and garages and backyards in case she's looking, she was looking for shelter. 5 feet tall, 95 pounds, and has gray hair and brown eyes, and she was last seen wearing a red jacket and dark colored pants. And so here's the language thing that I was questioning. She primarily speaks Mandarin, Chinese, and speaks limited English. Police said authorities added that she might attempt to travel towards the Bayside area of Queens. So she might attempt to travel towards the Bayside area of Queens. So maybe she has a family member in the area, and maybe she remembers doing that before her memory, because a lot of the times in Alzheimer's patients, they kind of like come back. It's so strange. It's almost like they come back and they remember things, and then there are moments when they don't recall anything. So she might have memory of going to that area maybe in the past when she was better, where her memory was better. So that's what they're saying. Maybe that's where she was headed. So she speaks limited English and mostly Mandarin, and she was wearing dark colored pants and a red jacket. Like I said, I'm gonna put the her photo and the phone number that you call, and it's been a very long time for her to still be missing. So the phone number is 516-573-7347. And she went missing around 3 p.m. on December 16, walking on the Oak Lake Place in the village of Great Neck, New York. And due to her Alzheimer's and dementia, of course, she's considered an endangered adult who might be disoriented and in need of medical care. So, let's help this family out. And thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening in the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day everybody. God bless.